What if I told you that the future of global business might be determined by the events unfolding in South Asia right now? A bold statement indeed, but hardly an overstatement. This region, vibrant and diverse, is a key player in the global economy and geopolitics. It's a melting pot of cultures, histories and economies that are intertwined in the most intricate ways. From the roaring dragon that is China, with its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, to India's elephantine strides in digital innovation and tech entrepreneurship. Then we have Pakistan and Afghanistan, nations navigating through political uncertainties, yet holding strategic geopolitical significance. And let's not forget Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, countries emerging as promising markets with dynamic growth trajectories. Each of these countries presents a unique set of opportunities and challenges that shape the global economic and political landscape. So without further ado, let's delve into the geopolitical and geoeconomic developments in these countries. We first turn our gaze to China, an expansive economic giant. China, often portrayed as the dragon, is not only a cultural behemoth, but also a formidable force in the global economy. Over the past few decades, it has morphed from primarily an agricultural society to an industrial powerhouse, fueling an incredible economic upturn that has left the world astounded. A cornerstone of its global ambitions is the Belt and Road Initiative, a mammoth infrastructure enterprise that bridges continents. The aim of this audacious project is to recreate a modern Silk Road connecting a vast network of countries via land and sea routes. The objective? To boost trade and spark economic growth. Nevertheless, as the saying goes, every dragon's dance is accompanied by its fire. Several nations harbor concerns over the Belt and Road Initiative, fearing potential debt dependency, lack of transparency, and the strategic implications of China's blossoming influence. These concerns have sent ripples through the global trading sphere. Take, for instance, the recent skirmishes between China and India, two colossal economies themselves. Both nations have defied international consensus at times, thereby causing global discord. China's assertive stance on international trade, often resulting in trade wars and economic standoffs, is a perfect case in point. Furthermore, China's human rights practices and territorial disputes, such as those in the South China Sea, have added more layers of complexity to its global interactions. Accusations of repression in areas like Xinjiang and Hong Kong have drawn considerable international rebuke. With these considerations in mind, Europe and other Western powers need to reassess their perceptions of China and other emerging powers like India in terms of global business morals. Navigating these geopolitical divides and evolving policy landscapes will require a new perspective that balances economic interests with a consideration for human rights and sovereignty. Yet amidst these tensions and disputes, China's dance persists. A mesmerizing, intricate ballet filled with swift moves and sudden leaps, China's economic growth and global initiatives reach far beyond trade routes and numerical data. They are about power, influence, and a vision of a reordered globe. The Dragon's Dance, in all its grandeur and glory, is not just a localized spectacle, but resonates globally. As China continues to spread its wings, the reverberations of its economic and political actions are felt across the continents. Our focus now shifts to India, an emerging economic giant known for its robust strides in the international economic arena and considerable influence on global policies. India, often represented as an elephant symbol, is more than just a nation recognized for its rich history, diverse culture, and vibrant economy. It also holds a pivotal role in the intricate web of international policy debates. As the world's fifth largest economy by nominal is a rising behemoth, an elephant in motion. However, like any formidable creature, it wrestles with the magnitude of its own vastness. India's economic evolution is intricately tied with geopolitical predicaments, especially its long-standing border disputes with neighboring countries like Pakistan and China. These relations notably impact its standing in global business. For instance, the tense relationship with Pakistan, mired in layers of historical and political controversies, has affected trade and business relations between the two nations. Similarly, the dynamic with China is a precariously balanced waltz between economic cooperation and strategic competition, with border disputes leaving a dark cloud over their mutual ventures. India's influence stretches beyond its geographical boundaries, affecting international trade. It serves as a central hub for IT services, pharmaceuticals, and automobile manufacturing, exporting to countries around the globe. Its position in the startup ecosystem is noteworthy, with Bangalore referred to as India's Silicon Valley, being home to the third highest number of unicorn companies worldwide. The complexities within the country, such as policy issues, also affect global business. Policies related to labor laws, tax reforms, and import-export regulations have profound implications for international corporations looking to invest in or partner with India. For instance, the recent farmers' protests against new agricultural laws, feared to lead to corporate exploitation, was a massive demonstration of civil unrest. This protest, one of the largest in human history, highlighted not just the dichotomy of India's economic progress, but also its stance on human rights. However, it's these complexities that make India's journey intriguing. The country's immense potential and diverse challenges offer a fascinating mix of opportunities and hurdles. It's a nation striding the tightrope of swift economic growth, social equity, and international diplomacy. India, with its enormous potential, intricate challenges, and significant policy debates, is a protagonist to keep an eye on. The elephant's stride is indeed mighty, but it's the path it embarks on, spanning borders, trade agreements, and human rights issues, that truly narrates the story. Stepping into the immense world of geopolitical giants, we come across Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Each of these nations has unique geopolitical narratives and roles in global policy tensions that shape their business potential in the global arena. Pakistan, with a population exceeding 200 million, has undeniable influence worldwide. Despite grappling with economic trials such as inflation and debt, Pakistan's importance is highlighted in its unique position in tensions, particularly its relationship with China through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. This connection not only significantly impacts its trade potential, but also creates a delicate balance in geopolitical divides. Moreover, Pakistan's stance on terrorism, especially given its proximity to terror hotbeds, has a profound effect on global security dialogues, contributing to a complex business environment. We then move to Afghanistan, which is midst of a transformative peace process. Decades of war have shaped its relationships with neighboring countries and its stance on terrorism, thus influencing its global business potential. The ongoing peace process, aimed not only at quelling violence but reshaping the nation's narrative, could potentially unlock vast resources, driving economic and affecting the South Asian business landscape. Our journey then brings us to Bangladesh, an economic phoenix rising from the ashes. Bangladesh's steady growth, fueled by the garment industry and a burgeoning service sector, makes it one of the world's fastest-growing economies. However, its growth is not free from the tensions of regional dynamics and global policy discussions, creating a complex and volatile business environment. Lastly, we set foot in Sri Lanka, whose geopolitical significance is highlighted by its location along critical shipping routes. Despite political instability and economic challenges, it continues to move forward, leveraging its position in geopolitical divides. Its relationships with neighbors, stance on terrorism, and growth sectors such as tourism and IT are factors that significantly influence its business potential on the global stage. Each of these nations, despite their unique challenges, weaves intricate threads into the South Asian geopolitical tapestry, influencing their global business potential. Their story is not only overcoming adversities, but also navigating and shaping global policies. They're not only shaping their own futures, but also contribute significantly to the ongoing narrative of South Asia's geopolitical and geoeconomic landscape, a narrative that is inextricably linked to their business potential and is yet to reach its conclusion. In our exploration of South Asia's influence in global policies, we have journeyed through its diverse countries, each endowed with unique prospects and challenges. We began with China, the formidable dragon, whose significant economic strength, strategic tactics, and global aspirations, succinctly embodied by initiatives like the Belt and Road, have left an indelible imprint on global business. Its technological leaps and a resilient manufacturing have enhanced its global stature. Next, we delved into India, the striding elephant striding towards its position as global economic player. Despite obstacles, its burgeoning middle-class, tech-savvy, and thriving startup landscape paint a promising future. India's dedication to renewable energy and digitalization underscore its sustainable, inclusive growth trajectory, which in turn global business practices and policies. We also dissected the dynamics of the Tiger Nations and the Phoenix, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Each with their unique attributes are making headway towards stability and growth. Pakistan's geostrategic location, Afghanistan's peace pacts, Bangladesh's economic advances, and Sri Lanka's tourism appeal all contribute to the South Asian narrative, impacting global business in diverse ways. Amidst this panorama, we cannot the impact of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and the complexities of trade with Russia. The conflict and the subsequent sanctions have implications on the energy, raw materials, and defense sectors of these countries. Russia's trade ties with India and other countries in South Asia have been strained, creating a heightened sense of economic uncertainty. This, in turn, raises major concerns in the global West, who are closely monitoring how these nations navigate through this crisis. South Asia's global, however, extends beyond economics to geopolitics, cultural exchange, technology, and innovation. The region's ability to harness its potential and face its challenges determines its leverage on the world stage. The geopolitical and policy issues arising from South Asia, including the repercussions of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, have rippling effects on global business, impacting economies and societies far beyond its own borders. In the evolving global landscape, the world needs to change its perspective on these countries, particularly Europe. The geopolitical changes in South Asia, along with the ongoing events in Eastern Europe, will shape the future of European business. As global interconnectivity intensifies, South Asia's unfolding narrative will continue to influence global policy tensions, business strategies, and financial structures. Thus, the world ever needs to focus on the East, as it is there that the future's dynamics are being shaped.